On 18 October, former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce issued a statement saying that he would not contest his lower house seat of New England at the next federal election. He cited an irreparable breakdown in his relationship with the leadership of his party, the National Party of Australia. He said that continuing to sit in the Nationals Party room was untenable, especially given policy differences, specifically the party's support for the net zero's emission commitment, which he strongly opposes. His announcement triggered speculation about his next move. In particular, his name was linked with the One Nation Party and its leader, Pauline Hanson. His departure announcement triggered speculation about his next move. In particular, his name was linked with the One Nation Party and its leader, Pauline Hanson. Hanson publicly said she had opened the door for Joyce to join One Nation, and that he is more aligned with her party than with the Nationals. Hanson, however, this week moved to shut down any suggestion that Joyce will become a One Nation leader, stating clearly it's not going to happen. Joyce's decision to step away from his seat signals a major change in his political trajectory. The speculation around his possible move to One Nation creates uncertainty, both for Joyce and for his former party. For the Coalition and the Nationals in particular, it underscores internal tensions, especially around climate policy and the role of rural representation. And for Joyce himself, it represents both a break from long-standing alliances and an uncertain next phase.
He's openly flirting with joining One Nation. If Barnaby does choose to do that, I think he would be successful. The question is, does he really want to do that to the party that really has made him? Barnaby would never have been Deputy Prime Minister or a Cabinet Minister without being in government and being part of the National Party. And so for him to now be flirting with moving to a rival party, a party that could do a lot of damage to the National Party vote if Barnaby was at the top of the One Nation Senate ticket at the next election, that would be an enormous step for Barnaby to take. And I think even though he would be successful in getting elected on a One Nation ticket, I do think it would do a lot of damage to Barnaby's brand. And I'm not sure that he is ready for that. I think going through Barnaby's mind is, if I join One Nation, what does that mean for me after politics, the day that he eventually does retire? Would he be able to walk into some of those post-politics jobs that a lot of politicians are offered, when eventually they hang up their boots, so to speak? Would those things be there on offer for Barnaby if he was to join One Nation? I'm not so sure that they would be, and I think there are some of the things that Barnaby is considering. Another thing I think is, does Pauline Hanson actually want someone whose star could, burn potentially brighter than hers? It is her party. It is Pauline Hanson's One Nation. Does she really want to cede some of that spotlight to someone like Barnaby Joyce? And I don't think she knows that yet either. Barnaby said that they've spoken on the phone. Pauline Hanson's confirmed that, but both are still seem a little bit wary about whether or not they're actually going to get together.